Speaker, my question is to the Minister for Major Projects. Will the Minister outline what is the trend in infrastructure spending and what it has been over the years, and are there any alternate views?
The Minister for Major Projects.
Well, I thank the member for Herbert for that question. He is, of course, a fierce advocate for his community, for Townsville and surrounding areas, and a fierce advocate for Northern Australia. He's a fine parliamentarian and deservedly recently appointed a government whip. And as he would know, the Turnbull government's $50 billion infrastructure plan is the biggest infrastructure investment of any government. It's $17 billion more than Labor promised for its infrastructure investment program in the lead-up to the last election. And of course, people in the member for Herbert's electorate will benefit from the government's Northern Australia package. They will benefit from the government's investment in the Bruce Highway in Queensland. Construction on 7 projects and 3 safety projects is currently underway, including major works between Cooroy and Curra in the north and south of Townsville and across the Yeppoon floodplain south of Rockhampton. And of course, the Turnbull government has also committed to the Townsville Ring Road with a commitment of $160 million, complementing $40 million from the Queensland government, which is due to be completed in 2017. Now, the member for Herbert asks me whether there have been any alternative views expressed about the trend in infrastructure spending. And it turns out that there have been some alternative views expressed recently by the member for Grayndler, who has quoted some very selectively identified statistics about the rate at which infrastructure spend is changing.
Member for Grayndler.
Well, of course, my natural instinct is to take everything that the member for Grayndler takes at face value. But I am inspired by that great statesman Ronald Reagan, who said, as a principle, trust but verify. Trust but verify. And so I thought it might be a good idea to go back and check the claim made by the member for Grayndler, and what I discovered is that, in fact, he has selectively chosen the quarters that he's using to compare. He's chosen to compare the quarters the June quarter 2013 and the June quarter 2015 to claim that there's been some reduction. But in fact, if we compare the last quarter of the Labor government, the September quarter 2013, with the latest quarter results which have been issued, there is, Mr.
Member for
Speaker,
Bendigo.
You'll be, I'm sure, pleased to hear a 4.7% increase, a 4.7% increase in transport infrastructure work done for the public sector, and a 14.5% increase in roads, highways and bridges work done for the public sector. So the trend is clear, Mr. Speaker. The Turnbull government is committed to infrastructure investment. We are committed to delivering infrastructure outcomes to benefit the people of Australia.